New release, people. Talking about new stuff. Stay tuned. What's up, YouTube? I'm Joshua as always, and this is our channel, Sense. To all my loyal subscribers who continue to stick by my side and watch these videos, which that means you're questionably crazy, because I'm crazy, and that means crazy attracts crazy. We might want to get that checked out. But anyway, salute. And to all you new people who are checking out the channel, maybe for the very first time, and you're on the fence, and you haven't decided if you want to join the crew, don't worry. We won't hog tie you and keep you here like R. Kelly. I mean, I don't even know how to hog tie somebody. I'm gonna hog tie my wife. I don't even know how to hog tie somebody. Today we'll be talking about a brand new release from the house of Giorgio Armani. It is a flanker of a flanker. So if it was like the flying V, you know, the Mighty Ducks, which the ducks flanking each other, it'd be in the very back. It'd be on the end, on the edge of glory, if you will. About to do that triple deek, bro. Fragrance we're talking about, if you haven't already guessed it, and if you're new to fragrances, is from the house of Giorgio Armani, as I stated. It is Acqua de Jo's Absolu Instinct. So because you people care about the box, not all you people, but some of you people, it's actually a really cool, nifty box. It's got a really cool design on it. It's got the name of the fragrance at the bottom, the amount that's in it. On the back, of course, you got the ingredients and the don't burn yourself down in your whole house. On the bottom, you have a stamped in badge code. And on the top, you got the Giorgio Armani signature stamp of approval, our logo. So let's open this bad boy up and check it out. Oh, and before I go any further, this very, very low amount of juice in that bottle was sent to me by the good guy, Mr. Ricky over at Alpha Fragrances. If you're looking for samples, and if you're looking for samples of stuff that you won't find anywhere else, because he's got some stuff that's just hard to find, go ahead and check him out at alphafragrances.com. I'll leave the website on the bottom. And I'm sure you won't be disappointed, because this guy always has the stuff that you're looking for. So let's go ahead and pull this bad boy out. Whoop! It actually worked, guys. So you got this stupid insert, and of course, stupid box. And in honor of the great Big Beard business, I will, as I've never done before, crush the box. So getting to the bottle, as you can see, it's got this brown, almost chocolate, like a milk chocolate look to it. It's got the gold, what looks like to be etched or maybe kind of stuck on name right there, which is really, really pretty and elegant coming off the brown. The cap looks like it's wood, but I'm sure this is plastic. Yeah, it's probably plastic, but it's got like a wood look and a wood feel. It's got the wood grain on the top with the logo, and it just kind of clicks in place. And yep, look at that, guys. Hold it up by the cap. That's cool and important. Of course, on the bottom, you've got that sticker that says, hey, that's when this was made, so you can check it. And check it on Check Fresh, or whatever it is, where you check batches and whatnot. So let's go ahead and check out the scent, and I'm gonna go ahead and spray it on myself to get a little refresher. Here we go. That was weak. There it is. Whew, okay, all right, okay. So starting off, before I even ramble on about this fragrance, as I always do, I'm gonna tell you right now, this was a vast improvement over Acqua de Jo Absolu. I definitely think this was what they probably should have released first. I think somebody accidentally released the first batch. Like, I really believe that there was this mass mistake, and I don't know how you can make a mistake that big, but I think they did. And they said, you know what? Let's release the one we were supposed to, and that's what this is. So our first sniff, right off the hand, you're gonna smell citrus. There's lemon in this, and there's bergamot, and it is very, very strong. The lemon actually is piercingly strong out the gates. I'm very, very surprised, which makes it slightly unique compared to the predecessor and the predecessor of the predecessor, which would be the original. Then you're gonna get these C notes, as it's called, from the original, and it's gonna smell very, very aquatic and fresh. There's a little bit of sweetness to it, and it kind of feels like they had like a big vat of the Absolu, and they took the original and dumped it in there, and then just cut lemons in half and squeezed them and dropped them in there. Like it feels like they're like, oh, put a little bit too much Absolu in there. Let's pour a little extra of the real stuff, the original stuff in here, and kind of bring it back to fruition, back to what worked. As it's gonna start to dry down, you're gonna get the patchouli, this earthy patchouli, something that's gonna give it a little more sustenance, a little something, you know what I'm saying, eh? Maybe it's a Boston hat that makes me feel like I can talk like this. I'm from Boston. I eat beans. I'm from Boston. That was terrible, but I'll leave it in for you people. There's also something called amberwood, which is supposed to be based on fragrantica, something you smell at the very beginning. I don't smell it right away. It creeps up as the fragrance continues to wear. But what I really get is the bergamot and lemon, and it is super present. There's also something called ebony wood, which I find really funny because the image on fragrantica is like these two wooden statues that are like this. It's weird. It's a weird logo. Fragrantica, you may want to change that. It looks slightly racist. I'm just gonna throw it out there. There's gonna be people who are gonna absolutely hate this, and there are gonna be people who absolutely love this. There are gonna be people who are gonna say this was a weak release just like the one before, and there are gonna be people who are gonna say, man, they fixed everything. I feel like I'm kind of right smack dab in the middle. I feel like it was kind of a limpy release, you know, they kind of just, yeah. But at the same time, I do think it's much better than the one before, and I do think it's very wearable. I have worn this. I haven't been active on Instagram as much as I usually am and Facebook, so you know what? I haven't posted my scent of the day. So no, you can't say, you're lying, Josh. That's not what you wore. You're full of crap. You just opened up the box and talked about the fragrance right away. You just want the clicks. Well, contrary to that stupid belief, it's not true. I actually have worn this, and my wife actually really likes it. So ladies, I'm sure you like it. And guys, I'm sure ladies will like it too, because she is picky AF. I find that this one kind of has a little bit of guts to where it can stand alone on its own. I think that if you took the name off of the bottle and you changed the name and you put it in a different bottle, you probably wouldn't even know that it's connected to the original. Yes, there is some of the original in here. Of course it's there, but alas, it's not to the level that some might come to expect. So let's get into the good stuff, the stuff you came here for, or as Jack Black and Nacho Libre would say, the nitty-gritty. When it comes to longevity, I got somewhere between 8 and 9 hours. Now again, application amount is key. If you're the kind of person who sprays only once or twice, maybe 3 times, you may not get that. You may only get a few hours. I got that long because I do 6 sprays. The very first few hours of this is very strong, like it is super in my face from right here. My hand is at my waist and I can smell it, very present, which is kind of surprising for a fragrance from this line because the original has gotten really watered down. I find that the Profumo, especially the Profumo Special Blend, which I have, and this one, and maybe even the Absolu, were trying to be more pronounced and last longer because of complaints that people may have had from the original, and maybe they were just trying to, I don't know, ride that bandwagon like everybody else does with popular fragrances. Towards about the 4 to 5 hour mark, it's gonna start to get a little bit closer and closer. And when you get to the 8 and 9 hour mark, it turns into a cuddle scent. This is Netflix and chill at 8 and 9 hours. So you know what? Wear it all day, impress people, get home to your lady, Netflix and chill. You know, you got it here. Maybe if you want, you just give a little to refresh. Moving on to another one that's important to a lot of people is projection. And like I said, my hand is at my waist and I'm standing here straight in front of you in the camera and I can smell it as if it's literally right here. So it's a really strong scent. It's got great character and great projection. Maybe the very bottom of the bottle, which as you can maybe see when I splash it around, is really strong. Maybe all the good stuff dropped to the bottom. Maybe that's true. I don't know. I'm not a perfumer, but I can tell you that when it comes to what I had out of this bottle, it is really good. As far as sillage, I find that sillage is really connected with projection. They're pretty much almost the same. The only thing I think is slightly different is if you leave a room, is it still there? If you leave a room and someone goes in, maybe you're in your office and you leave your office and someone comes to your office to find you, they're gonna smell you all over the room. You're gonna be all over the room. This is gonna be just like old school OG, Acqua de Jo, walk into a club, every girl smells you, and as the guys say, which is not true, the panties are gonna drop. No, like literally, I was in a store one night and I was going to buy my wife some makeup. I think it's called Ulta. Yeah, Ulta. And there was these girls buying perfume and they're like, well, which one do you like? And I was like, this one, this one, and this one. She goes, oh, well, my husband likes this Acqua de Gio. It's the one I always get. I love Gio. It's a panty dropper. There you go. Apparently her husband calls it liquid panty dropper. Yeah, not gonna say that. Compliment factor. When it came to the ladies in the office, they all thought I smelled really, really good and asked, what are you wearing? And there was this other lady who showed up to maybe, I think it was talk to somebody in the conference room. It was for some kind of project we were working on. The lady came in and was supposed to be meeting about something, some semantics, important paperwork, engineering, mumbo jumbo. And she said, man, you smell really, really nice. What is that? And of course I told her and she goes, oh really? That doesn't smell like the original. So I immediately knew, hey, there you go. Has its own legs, has its own place to stand on. And this lady loved it. And she was like business suit lady, like blazer with the long slacks that like the toes barely point out the end, you know, business lady with a big leather briefcase that came in to, you know, kick butt and take names kind of lady. So if she was gonna stop there and tell me how good I smelled, then apparently that's some pretty good stuff. Would I buy this bottle? I would wait till it hits discounters. I would not want to buy this at full retail. I think that it's a little bit too clashing with a lot of other stuff that I already own, and I'm at a point in my life where I'm only buying 50 mils for the most part when it comes to new anyway. So would I buy this full bottle? No. I probably would just buy a decant of it so I can wear it for certain occasions and add it to my little stack of decants that I'm like, maybe I'll buy a big bottle later, but I don't think I would buy a full bottle just yet. So having said that, if you're interested in maybe getting a decant of this and getting your hands on this, go ahead and reach out to Alpha Fragrances. They are great when it comes to customer service. They send it in great, nice packaging. They also sell scented candles, and they're fragranced with popular fragrances such as like Creta Ventus and stuff like that. So maybe it's something you want to check into. They do as small as like the little bitty dabbers. They do 2 mil, 5 mil, 10 mil. They do pretty much anything. I mean, I'm sure if you ask, he'll sell you a bottle. Now, it's going to be expensive because you're going to get the rate of what it would be if you broke it down. But if you're really, really wanting it, which is something you can't get just anywhere else, and he has a full bottle, he might hit you up, might sell it to you. As far as a coupon code, I'll go ahead and leave it right here. The code is ScentSense. That'll get you 5% off your order with Alpha Fragrances. No, it's not a whole lot, but it's more than nothing. And if you're looking for decants anyway, go ahead and check it out. And 5% extra is not gonna hurt you. It's only gonna help you. As far as pricing, I almost left that out. A brand new bottle of this goes for pretty much the exact same price as what the other full-size bottles go for, as in Acqua de Gio, Absolu. Listen, I'm not gonna sit here and post crap on the screen every single time. It gets kind of redundant, and if you don't know how to use Google, then you probably shouldn't be using YouTube. And as far as prices for Alpha Fragrances, I'm sure you can go check out their website. I'll leave a link below and you can just go check it out. I'm not 100% sure what they're going for, but I know it's fair when it comes to their price, mainly because you can't go get this right now. You can't get other ones they have on there. Like I think he has a CH Men that's like only been released in certain countries. It's actually a really cool bottle. He's actually got pictures of it. So at the end of the day, like I said, there's things that you may not even be able to get your hands on. Thank you so much for stopping by and listening to my opinion and my views on the newest release from Giorgio Armani. If you want to go ahead and subscribe, go ahead and do so. If you don't want to, no problem. But if you do, go ahead and smash that notification bell. That way when my videos come out, you, my friends, will be the very first to know. And as always, I'll smell you later. Peace!